Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for checking this video out. And if you like it, like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like it, please subscribe to my channel. I really would appreciate it. So I just want to say hello to all of you before I get started. I hope all of you are being kind and being kind to others and your furry friends, or the not so furry friends. So anyway, I just want to reach out to you. The message here is, do you feel like you're lost? Maybe a little confused? This is a crazy world that we live in. It's upside down, inside out, and backwards, if you haven't noticed. You might be young, or you might be, young, young at heart, but older. So anyway, this is for all ages. I hope all of you can get some help from this. So I just want to help you out if you feel lost. There's times that I feel lost when I'm actually driving around, which I have to use my GPS. And some of you might not need a GPS at all. Maybe you're really good at getting around and knowing how to get anywhere. But anyway, the kind of guidance that I'm talking about is, how's your future? Do you have any plans for the future? Would you like guidance, to how things are going in your life, and maybe you got goals that you want to work on. And maybe, this would be great. Maybe you're trying to work on yourself, which a lot of people do, but, then there's other people, that might not be even worried about working on themselves. They might think everything's great and not worried about anything. And so there's a different variety of people out, and so for the people that really want to work on themselves, and, that I didn't know this, but, you have a higher version of yourself. So it's really awesome to know that. And I didn't know that. So I found out that you kind of, can recreate yourself, maybe if you're not happy with who you are now, what I want to help you out with is that I don't know what your beliefs are, but I have a background. I'm a Christian, so I've been saved since 1995. So I am a believer. I don't go to church though. So anyway, as I right now I've been being guided by the universe. The universe and the archangels have been guiding me every day. And you might wonder how do how does the universe guide you? And sometimes people out in the world, they are looking for help, but maybe you don't know where to go for help, so this is where I come in. I want to kind of be a guide, to help you out on your life journey. And, I'm going through a spiritual journey right now, so I've been learning so many things every day. And so anyway, I've been learning that the universe, God, can guide us. And it's through numbers, and not only numbers, but symbols, so symbols are very important. Even like when you watch a movie, they do put certain things in the backgrounds of all the movies, like the Hollywood people that create these movies, and colors and numbers and symbols and all that. They create all that stuff for a reason. So some of you might really be into symbols or into numbers. So when you watch movies, things might pop out at you, and so you kind of get like information, with those symbols or even colors. Maybe somebody had a certain color shirt. Everything that they put in the Hollywood movies, all, really matters, so even your world now, so if you're driving down the road, it's kind of funny, with my name, how many of you have noticed, I actually have a small cleaning business, and it's called Starlight Cleaning, and my name is Starlight. So how many stars have you seen? And then you got the Hollywood stars. So I don't know if you're into symbolic symbols or not. So there's all different kind of meanings what stars mean. And there's all kinds of different kind of pointed stars, and my business is for the 5-pointed star. So I do like the yellow 5-pointed star for my cleaning business. So that's where that's not why I came up with Starlight. That will be a different video where Starlight came from. And so anyway, have you noticed there is a lot of companies out in the world that will have a star symbol with their business, or they will even have the word star in their business. Now I know, like with my bank, I'm not going to tell you the name of my bank, but my bank has a star on it, so that's a little symbol. So symbols are very important to understand, and numbers, so whether you agree with this or not, that because I am a Christian, there are angels out in the world, and they actually guide us with numbers, so we are being guided every day, by the angels. But, like if you really want help from the angels, like you got to ask them for help. They can't just come and assist you, so it's really important. If you don't know about the archangels, you need to check that out. And I will have a video on that one day about what the archangels do. But right now I want to really focus on that they can guide you in life. And there might be times they've been trying to tell you something because they see what you're going through. And you might be like, like I really need help. And, a lot of people, they might go to church to look for help, and look for guidance that way. Or, they might pray to God, for help, for guidance. And I pray for guidance, I want to be directed, in my life. That way I don't get lost, I don't want to get lost in the sauce. So you might need help in life, and maybe, you're like me, where you don't know who to trust, like you might go online, to look online, like YouTube videos or Google something, and like, why this or why that, like, why is this happening in the world? And, you might be questioning all kinds of stuff in the world. You might be fearful about your future, not really sure of how things are going. And because right now we are in the month of February, today is a full moon. So anyway, with being in February, because of, this is to me the love month, is there's a lot of people that will break up with somebody on this month because they no longer can pretend that everything is going good with their relationship. So that is where, a lot of people break up at this time of year. That's what I've learned on the internet, is that this is the most time that people they break up with people. And, there could be a lot of people falling in love on the month of February. And before you know it, Valentine's Day will be here. So anyway, numbers, this happened to me a long time ago, is that in 2016 is I was going through a lot in my life, one thing after another. At that point I was like going through so many changes in my life, and I didn't know it at the time, but I had all these numbers that kept on popping up. Like a lot was 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. And because I have a small cleaning business, I would show up at my client's house at 10 o'clock. I'm very good at showing up on time. If you have a business, you got to, or you're going to work. And so anyway, a lot of times when I went to work, I didn't do the same thing every single time, like in the morning, and I didn't go to the same job every day. And so when I start off, I'm like, boom, 10:10. Or that same morning, it'd be 11:11. And a lot of times my jobs can be 3 hours or longer. And then later on, be 12:12. And then later on, I'd get home and I was getting repeated numbers like maybe 444 or 222, like throughout the day. So it was happening so much, no matter where I went, either at home. And I have a lot of either digital clocks or a battery-operated clock in my apartment. And I have a time in my bathroom right here where I am, behind me. I have microwave that has a time. My living room has it on right now it's right here in front of me. My laptop has a time, a watch that I wear, or in my bedroom has a digital. So the numbers were happening so much, which I was like, wow, like even before 2016, but I really, it didn't really click, at the time in 2015. When I was in a relationship at that time, I'm like, this is weird. This number, just keeps on popping up. I thought I was losing my mind, really. I was like, what is up with these numbers? But it kept on continuing. So one day I decided I'm going to go online and check out, what does the number 1010 mean? And what does the number 1111? And, so I went and Googled it. And they had a lot of things either on Google. Some of them would go right to YouTube, where they had different videos that YouTube had for numbers. And I found out there's angel number meanings, and I was like, so I would read it and I'm like, like what 1010 meant at that time, where I was in that time and place. And I was like, wow, this is really weird, like this is exactly what I'm going through. It's almost, like I was like, it was really something. So, and then my daughter, I was telling her about all these numbers, and then she started getting the repeated numbers over and over again. And it doesn't necessarily have to be 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, and all that, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, all those, it could be any number that keeps on popping up. So that's one way the universe can guide you, because the angels are trying to get your attention to these numbers, that are popping up. So it is very interesting. The universe will guide you and let you know how you're doing in life, and it's, to be honest, sometimes, the angels and the universe is going to give you information about yourself or even your loved ones, and it might be, like a hard pill to swallow. You might be like, really, and it's deep, it really is. Sometimes you might not be doing really good, and the universe and the angels might even tell you that, but they also give you information what you need to work on, and in order to clear that all up, so you can, have a more fulfilling life. So that is one way that the angels and the universe reaches out to you to guide you. It's something that, it's a good way of actually being able to trust it, because a lot of times there's false information online. I know I was on YouTube before, and because I'm going through a spiritual awakening, is that I went on YouTube, and I love the Archangels, and they had a site of Archangel Michael, and I was being taught by another man on YouTube. And so there are light forces out there, false light forces out there, and dark force light out there. So you really, and that goes with all races. So you really have to really know your stuff and not get deceived, because you can get tricked, because there is a false light that tries to pretend that it is the universe. And, you got to really be cautious of that. If the universe is not going to tell you to do bad things. So if you're being guided and something's telling you to do bad things, you might think that you're hearing voices in your head or something like that. That's not the universe, so you have to be careful, because I did know a person that they thought they were being led by the universe, and they were being guided to do really bad stuff, and they did. They went out and did a lot of bad stuff, and they got in a lot of trouble over it. And so it's just that they were following a false light out there. So the other way that you can be guided, and some of you may know this or not, is through your dreams. And I'm going to have another video on that another time. But, like to go in a nice, deep thing on dreams, like information about dreams, how to look things up. But when you have a dream, which I have a big, thick notebook. I just recently I got 2 notebooks all full already, and I only started a few months ago on this, restarted. And how I started this is that I wasn't remembering my dreams, and then I decided, hey, I found out that Archangel Gabriel is the angel that you want to go to. So because a long time ago I used to study my dreams. I used to tell my kids about all the goofy stuff that was happening and trying to understand what the universe was telling me. At that time I didn't know the universe was helping me, and I didn't know that the angels were helping me at that time. So I restarted, but I wasn't having any dreams. So I decided to pray to Archangel Gabriel that I would remember my dreams every night. And the first night, the first day that I asked, boom, I started remembering my dreams, and I believe I wasn't able to remember my dreams for years because I was on so many different medications that it might have really did something to me where I wasn't able to remember anything really. Once in a while I might have had a dream, but once I asked Archangel Gabriel to help me to remember my dreams, I have been remembering them every single night. Most of the time I get 2 or 3 dreams in one night. Once in a while I might just get 1. So in the middle of the night, if you really are serious about being guided, you really need to believe what I'm saying, and trust that the universe is going to guide you and the angels. Because if you don't trust them, you're not going to get the kind of help that you really want. So it's good to have a nice lamp next to your bed, plenty of pens, because one night I was trying to write stuff down and I had brand new pens, and none of them were working. So it was horrible. You're so tired, and I have the notebook next to my bed with a lot of pens. Right now I have one that's working very good, So you definitely want to have enough pens at work and next to your bed, and ask Archangel Gabriel to help you to remember your dreams. You'd be surprised. You got to trust it, though. If you are like, I don't know about this stuff, well, doubting doesn't really get you anywhere. You got to be positive about it. So I have a little story to tell you. So anyway, because of all this with the dreams, before I get into my storytelling time, is with the dreams, what you want to do when you have a dream, make sure you put down as many details to explain everything that's going on. Like if a table was there, was it a big table? Was it a round table? Was it a normal, like it was, what color? Was it a glass table? Was it a wooden table? Like people, was it somebody you knew? Was it a stranger? Was there anything weird about them? Did something stand out, like their hair? Like did they have really curly hair? Was they, a person of color? What age? Were they good looking, old, young? With kids? Was it a baby? What was the baby doing? Like in colors, you want to get the colors like a truck. Was it a pickup truck, a car? Like with driving, were you driving, or were you in the back seat, or were you the passenger? So that's those are the kind of things that you want to look up. Like if you were the driver, that's a good thing. You want to be the one driving the car. So if you're in a back seat, there's information. All you have to do is look online and say, like ask a question like, what does it mean if I'm in the back seat of a car? And then there's going to be different definitions. And what I've noticed when I do my dream interpretations is that sometimes you'll get more help from other sites than others. Some of them are, not even worth even having out there. I've ran across those. And sometimes there's ones that you got to watch out for. So you want to if you're new at this, kind of make sure when you look up something that there's other ones that are saying similar stuff. That way you're on the right track, because some of them I think are, not good, and they have opposite meanings. So you want to go something that resonates with what you're going through in your life, and then you don't want to make anything up in your dream. You don't want to, you're like, oh, that might have not have been a good dream, so maybe I'll write it this way, maybe I'll get a better interpretation, because the way dreams go is that you might have had a really great dream. You might thought, wow, that was a really good dream. But when you interpret the dream, it might not be as good as you thought it was, and then there's some dreams that you might think, that was really a horrible dream. And then when you interpret it, like you look online and interpret that dream that you thought was horrible, could end up being a really good dream, it's amazing how all this works. And the more you do this, the more you look up your dreams, after a while, like say if you had a dream about your daughter, how many times did you have to look up, what does it mean when I see my daughter in my dream? After a while you'd be like, oh, okay, I already know what daughter means, or what my son means, or what a stranger means. So it actually will be quicker the more you do this and remember what they mean. The other thing is numbers and money, how much money? Do you remember how much money was there? You want to look up, like if it was a $20 bill, look up a $20 bill. If you know exactly how much money there was, if you're like, wow, like you're quick with math, you can look up, like online and say, what does that number mean? You could get a meaning of that number. And colors, you want to make sure you pay attention to colors, size, like you're going to see some weird stuff. One night I actually had a dream where there was babies that were like this small, so you never know with dreams what you're going to dream of. So anyway, my storytelling time. And so anyway, how I really started believing in all this a lot is, even though I was getting numbers, and this was before I started getting my dreams, before I started asking, is there is a man right now, and he's on YouTube videos, and he makes lots of videos. And so I watched so many videos from 2017 all the way to the present now, which I still watch them every day, at least one or sometimes twice. So anyway, with this man, I'm like, man, I would love, he made a video one time, and he said where he lived, and for the life of me, I couldn't remember what state it was, because I'm in the United States. I'm in the New York area, and I knew it was either Alaska or Hawaii. So I was like, I'm going to test this thing out. I'm going to ask the universe, all right, universe. I couldn't remember what video, like where he said he was from. And I really wanted to get to know him more, because he's a deep diver, and he taught me so many things, and still is. And I'm like, universe, can you show me, tell me, like, where is this man from? Where does he live? Does he live in Alaska or Hawaii? So anyway, I went to work, because I have my small cleaning business, and I was at a client's house, and 3 days later, I was at one of my clients' house. No, actually, I was at my client's house for something else. But anyway, 3 days later, I went to my Walmart store where I do my shopping. And, it took me like an hour or so to do all my shopping. I don't know how I missed it on the way in. It happens. I'm very observant about things around in my space. And when I got back to my car, I loaded my stuff up in the back seat like I normally do, and when I put the cart away and I got back to my car, I noticed something on the ground. I'm like, what's this? I had to pick it up, and I couldn't believe what it was. I have it right here, and I found a broken keychain that somebody lost in the parking lot, and let me see if I'm going to get this. You might not be able to, but it says Hawaii on there. So I'm sorry I did that. So yeah, it took 3 days, like for the universe to answer my question. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I did believe, when I asked, but I was thinking at one of my clients' house. That's what I was going to say. But when I was at my client's house after I asked, is while I was cleaning, I was like, all right, like, I'm very curious. How is the universe going to let me know, like where this man is from? Where does he live? I wanted to know. I wanted to be a friend, to this man because he's helped me out so much. And so, I was amazed 3 days later that, the universe gave me the answer. So, and this is why I needed to share that story, is to let you know you have to trust this. And I really want to reach out to all of you. So this video here, I have for all ages, whoever can get any help, because it's so important. You want to be guided in life. You don't want to get lost, or you don't want to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. I've did that, go around in circles, like, why is this happening? And I recognize that. And so you don't want to, repeat the same mistakes over and over again. You want to learn from your lessons in life. So if you are, you don't know who to trust online with videos or information, and maybe you're confused or lost, this is a great way to get the right answers, but like I said, with the dream study and stuff like that, you got to be honest with yourself. Don't try to put stuff in your dream to make it sound better. You might think, that was a horrible dream. I don't really like it, so I'm going to say this instead of that, because then you're going to get false information. So you want to write them down, your dreams, and like I do, I always put the date down first, and make sure you don't get mixed up with the dates, because sometimes that happens to me. Sometimes it's not quite the next day. I have to look at the time, on my digital alarm clock by my bed, like am I today or is this tomorrow? Like I got to figure out what day it is, So I did get a little off track a little bit, and that really messes everything up with the dates on your dream journal. So anyway, yeah, sometimes it's hard to know who to trust out there. You might be listening to people, and it might not resonate with you, and you might be thinking, I don't really know if I really trust that person or not. They're trying to help me out, but you really want to make sure you're listening to the right people and the right kind of information, because it can really trip you up. It can make you go backwards instead of forward. So I'm not going to have all the answers, but I'm going to help you as much as I can. So anyway, I hope you like this video. I hope you get a lot of help. And as always, make sure, like you get out in nature, and be kind to yourself, and be kind to others, and your kids. And also, if you have any pets, make sure, like you love them. They are so good to us, especially dogs and cats. I don't know about fish. I mean, fish are awesome, but, they're not like a cat and a dog. So anyway, be kind to all your pets, or anybody's pets. And anyway, this is Starlight. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like it, please subscribe to my channel. I will have a lot more videos on its way. So anyway, this is Starlight. Love and light. Peace.